there, I'm Nicole and welcome back to my channel. It is the last day of NaNoWriMo. Well, it's not actually, it's the 29th when I'm filming this, but it's the last day for you. And I am here to tell you the things that I have learned from NaNoWriMo, and also I'm going to pepper in there how I actually got on and what the result was and whether I won or not. I didn't. I definitely didn't win, but that's okay. I called my project Hodgepodge Mishmash, and it was a checklist of a bunch of different things that I wanted to do this month, which I did not finish, which is lovely. The first thing that I learned this NaNoWriMo is that editing is very different than drafting. So I was editing and writing the fourth draft of my Christmas short stories, which I wrote the first draft about a year ago now. I called them Christmas short stories. It kind of reads like a novella. It's 7 stories or chapters told from 7 people's different perspectives, but it's all about one family. It covers like 30 years. I was editing these and I was doing in these stories a lot of line editing. I ended up getting in total about 18,000 words I'm projecting for the writing that I'm going to do today and tomorrow, but it's going to end up being about 18,000, which is not even halfway there. But when I'm editing, I could spend an hour just working on 10 words, like one sentence. For one of the stories, I rewrote the entire beginning. I added like 500 words, and then I read back the original of draft 3, and I said, no, I think draft 3 was better. So I chucked out 500 words that I wrote and said, nope. It is very hard to A, count editing words, B, to really measure editing for NaNoWriMo. So that's good with those stories. I really wanted to finish them, and I hope to finish them up within the next couple days. Then I had thing number 2 I learned, which is that preparation is super key. So if you've seen any of my other videos, I had the goal to write 2 one-act plays. One of them actually was a draft from before this class that I was taking, so I already had it, and I rewrote a big chunk of it. And the other one was a play that I have not written yet. I had a lot of research to do for this play. I'm using actual letters between Charles Darwin and Alfred Russel Wallace. Dig through that, and that ended up taking a lot of time, such that I haven't written much of that play yet. Preparation really is key, and I didn't really have time before NaNoWriMo to prepare for that play because I was finishing off a novel. I finished my first draft of Project Musical, another novel that I wrote, on November 1st. So I literally was only doing Project Musical for the 3 months up to that, so I did not prepare at all for NaNoWriMo. Before I keep going, if you're still watching this right now, please think about subscribing and say hi in the comments, because I love knowing the people who are watching my videos and hearing your thoughts and comments. All right, so now to number 3. And then we have lesson number 3, which is it is hard to make your brain concentrate on a lot of things at once. So my third goal was about rereading my novel 1837, which I wrote last April, May, and I did not actually reread it. And that is because I just feel like I cannot bend my brain in that many directions all at once. I have these Christmas short stories, which is technically one project, but it's 7. And then I have 2 plays, and then I have a master's and a podcast and a job and a YouTube channel, and my brain is being pulled in too many directions at the moment. And I was like, okay, I have to at least finish one of these things, like finish the Christmas short stories, finish the plays before I go back and reread, because I'm not going to be able to give it the attention that I want to give it, because things are just crazy busy, I'm very tired. So that's okay. I think I will probably try to read 1837 over Christmas in December, and then start some of the plotting and stuff for that fresh in January. The 4th lesson that I've learned is that sharing your work is super fun. So for those of you who have finished a first draft in NaNoWriMo, I understand if you don't want to share the very first draft, but I do encourage you to share it at some point. Congratulations, by the way, if you won NaNoWriMo, or if you got any progress at all. That's amazing. Congratulations. Isn't this a wonderful month? And now it's Christmas. It's so great. Anyways, I had feedback on my Christmas short stories come in kind of right before November and then throughout November, and I got some really great feedback from people who had different perspectives. So I had a writer, Jackie, over at JP Writes, and she gave me some really good constructive criticism on the Christmas short stories and fun feedback. And then I had someone else who kind of gave me in between. They did more sort of line edity stuff, pointing out where stuff was kind of awkward or where things didn't make sense. And then I had a third beta reader who was a newer writer, and who was really just like, this is so cool. Like, this is great. It kind of reads it reminds me of like a classic Christmas movie. I really enjoyed it. And you know what? Even though that's not the most valuable in terms of improving the work feedback, it's amazing to get the kind of encouragement. You don't want to be coddled, but having people who are just going to kind of point out the strengths in the work and say this was great is great. It really is. I also had this playwriting class, and I had a play read fully out loud, which was so cool to hear. I kept having to go like this during the play because they would say the lines that I had written, and because I wrote them. I think they're very funny, so I'm like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna try not to laugh at my own jokes here. I mean, obviously there were things to improve, but the things that I thought were funny, I was laughing at. To hear them out loud and read like that, and I was like, oh, hey, I think this works. And then to see other people smile and stuff, and I would like smile in anticipation of the punchline. Anyways, I actually changed the entire course of the play. I said that I wrote it earlier and I was just editing it for this class, but when I had them read the first two scenes, the professor asked, what did everybody think? Where do you think it's going? And they told me, and I realized that my ending that I'd written originally didn't really fulfill reader expectations, and that the ending had so many flashbacks in it. It was just basically focused on the past. I realized that there was conflict in the present that I could tap into. So I completely rewrote the last 2/3 of the play, and it's so much better for that. There's nothing cooler than having the stuff that's only existed in your head, like, get into other people's heads, and to have them talk about the characters and things and how other people like them, same as you. It's just an insane experience. So that was lesson number 4, which is share your work. And lesson number 5 is I don't like vlogs that much. I don't like filming them that much. I really wanted to do, I knew daily vlogs were like a little bit of a stretch. So I was like, I'll do like daily vlogs as much as I can. And I did for a while, and then I wasn't writing as much. Things were super busy. I was super tired. I did not look great. And I didn't want to do vlogs anymore. So you may have noticed that I started off with a lot of NaNoWriMo vlogs, and then I kind of shifted back to more regular content that I do, just talking about writing. And I do like that a lot better. I do like talking about my stories. I think that's fun. But it's just strange to film yourself typing. And I don't know, I filmed myself typing in one, and I had to like add in typing sounds to the vlog because my own typing sounds were not doing it. So it was very like artificial and not good. But anyways, I hope your NaNoWriMo went well. Tell me in the comments below, did you win? Let me know. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time in December.